Hello to all the pods, Reignited. This time we are going through more Sunrise Spring with our new buddy, Sheila the kangaroo. And we do have to go through her level, Sheila's Alp, which you always have to go through their level as well in order to actually beat the game. Because yes, your playable ally is also someone who is going to help us get to the next homeworld, so we gotta help out Sheila. So, how does she play like? Well, you're about to find out. But first, some talking.
Thanks again, Spyro. Now I have to find out what that nasty sorceress has done to my home while I was locked up.
Sure thing.
Hiya, Sheila. While you were gone, a bunch of Rhinox kicked us out of our houses. It's okay, though. Bobby, Pete, and I are working on a clever plan to take them back.
Now, sometimes the voice acting is worse, as you've seen from Romeo and Juliet and such, and sometimes I honestly think the voice acting is better than the original. For instance, these goats. I honestly like the way the voices are done in this version for these guys than they were in the original. They just feel a lot more natural and less forced than the original, and it just feels more right for this world. And I also think the design for this level of Sheila's Alps is much better than the original. It's just very nice. Very well done. And
Home at last. Here, I was saving this to make an omelette, but I think you deserve it more.
we got the first egg, Ruby. So yeah, pretty simple stuff honestly. You just go around, get to the forward spot, and you're done. That takes care of all the eggs, really. It's all just forward progression. All of the levels that involve playing with your ally characters are like that. And I always fuck up on that moose. I always fuck up the timing on that goddamn moose. It's like a goddamn curse, really. But, yeah. I mean, the sucky thing is that when you have to play as the allies, it's always like a very small portion, and you don't get to play as these guys much. When you do, you know, sometimes you actually get some pretty decent gameplay, and honestly, Sheila and her big jump, that was weird. Sheila and her big jump is honestly kind of nice. It feels right. The only problem is that she's a bit slow, like really slow. Her movement isn't that great, but otherwise, going around and making big jumps and all that, getting a lot of air, that's fun. I like that. So just give all the gems around here and then break the rock that is right in front of this guy's home, and I'll get another egg.
Hey, Sheila, let's play a joke. Take this egg and smash it on Billy's house, okay? I need to get him back for the last time he butted me off the cliff.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that. Sure. Oh, it broke. I'm sorry. Okay, now it's time to take care of the last egg, which this one requires us to go through and take care of these guys in their mushroom houses, which requires us to do a bit of a stomp move. So yeah, it's pretty basic, honestly. Now, unfortunately, I do fuck up the timing on these enemies. Pretty shitty, I know. And also, this happens. I couldn't even kill that enemy until he finished the animation. That was a bit stupid. But there you go. With that, we can now grab all the gems, which is going to be a bit hard for me considering I've lost sparks. Don't worry, there's fodder. And that should be it, but I missed a gem back there. I'll grab it later, don't worry. But go around, grab all the gems, get the life here if you need it, which you probably will. And then go down and get the rest of the stuff, and then get the egg from our final goat buddy. Who, you know, he just gets across after taking care of the enemies, and he's fine. No problems. However, before we go see him, there is her.
If you ever forget how to control a character or vehicle, just go to the pause menu and select controls.
And there you go. So in case you don't know how to control Sheila, the game does tell you with the controls. And, yeah, over here is a nice little cave that only has the gems. I mean, pretty simple stuff, honestly. And, by the way, there's an achievement for this one, which is to break all of these chests of targets on them. Once all broken, there's your achievement. Okay, now we're gonna go all the way back and take care of this one gem I missed. You know, just get it out of the way. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk to him just yet. So it's right down here. I don't know how I missed it, but I did. Let's go back to Billy, I believe, and get her egg.
Thanks for the help, Sheila. Oh, you can have this egg I found in my house.
No, it's Bobby. I'm sorry. And there you go. That's all the eggs. That's all the gems. That is Sheila's Alps 100%ed. Now we can go and leave by having Sheila just slide like that off into the void. Nice. Now I could go and do the next levels, but we're actually going back to the first level because we got Sheila now. We can now go into that little bonus room. So let's do that, shall we? Just have to wait for it to load up back up to the homeworld. And then we can just rush right in back to the first level of the game, Sunny Villa. And take care of Sheila's a bit. Right, so here I am, going inside.
Hey, Spyro. There are Rhinox everywhere. Maybe I can find some peace and quiet at the top of this tower.
And there you go. Now we begin.
Alas, I have lost my love. She's being guarded by evil Rhinox at the top of yonder tower. Can you rescue her for me?
Sure thing, dude. So yeah, this entire bit is all taking care of these enemies around here, grabbing some gems, breaking some stuff, and also getting to this guy's love of his life, apparently. Who is at the top, very top of the tower, by the way. So we have to traverse through this area in order to get to her. That is going to essentially be every single one of these missions of characters that aren't Spyro. Where it's a very short level, and it's always focused on one thing. A little annoying, but get used to it. So yeah, just go up this way, go on the platforms, go inside this little opening here. Go all the way around, and then you can begin to climb up the tower. Just make sure you have that enemy over there, and also break anything that has gems in it. Because yes. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and get all the way up here from the tower. Which requires me to go through a few more enemies, and do a few high jumps in order to make it through. Not much else I can say about this one. There is a little area that might be considered pretty cleverly hidden in a way. I think it's okay. I think for a hidden little area, there's worse, but there's better. So, honestly, it's in the middle. But as for the actual tower here, and like the main thing about the whole fucking level here, unfortunately, it's not much. There's our, there's our reward right there. There's the chick. Let's go talk to her.
What? Marco sent you here. I've got a restraining order against him.
And there you go. Now we got her egg. Okay, so now I'm gonna do some jump cutting real quick because, quite honestly, I kind of forgot about the little area we have to actually go to. And, yeah, it takes me a while to remember, oh yeah, I have to go this way too. I got these gems around here at least. Right. So now, it's time to go to that little area, which is right here. Just jump off from this little platform there, go around, fall down, and here are some metal crates to break, as well as another stomping crate. I keep making up the wrong words. Okay, so that's it for this area. We can now leave Sheila because Well, I missed some in Spyro. I know, shame. Don't worry, I get them right now. 1, which you can barely see, really, and 2, which is right in plain sight. Right. Now it's time to leave and go into some new levels, I mean. We only have 2, though. We locked them last time. Which, I'm going to set the first one, which I believe was the Tiki Lodge or whatever. And, honestly, I like the Tiki Lodge characters, but we already know they changed the voice completely to be something completely different. So, I don't know how these lines are going to play out with the way the voice acting for those guys is now. Well, let's give it a try anyway. Just go around, run around, get to the opening, and begin the Molten Crater, I mean. Even though they call it the Tiki Lounge, it's the Molten Crater. Right. So, what do we do at the Molten Crater, then? Well, you're about to find out. I mean, you already know if you played Spyro 3, but still, you're about to find out. Loading to long. Okay, now we're here. Let's talk to him.
Rhinox are running rampant around here, but I can't get anyone out of the Tiki Lodge long enough to do anything about it.
See, you've given him a bit of an Aussie sort of deal here. And he's not Aussie. He's this weird nerdy voice in a way, like a high-pitched kind of guy. That is these guys. A bit more high-pitched, and you got the cigarette bit right in a way, because they kind of do look like cigarettes in the original. But outside of that, I mean, the enemies here, pretty good, very similar, not much to, you know, write home about. The level design is honestly pretty decent. It's just this one guy we're helping out that might be a bit of a problem. But, yeah, we got Ricky now, which is right there. And I'm sorry, I can't get over the fact that they really changed the voice acting for these guys. Because there's nothing wrong with the original voice at all, really.
Be sure to keep your friend Sparks the Dragonfly healthy, Spyro. If his health is low, torch a little creature like the slug below me to release a butterfly.
Yes, I know how fodder works. I don't really need them either. But yeah, this whole entire place is a circle, and it's actually a very small circle. This is a pretty short level, really. It's honestly very shocking. But yeah, just go around, break shit, move on. Simple stuff, really. Oh, and move on while jumping over any kind of like whip attack or whatever, because you don't, it hits ya. It really hits you well. Like, sometimes the attacks have some good reach going on. And, yeah, these guys with their knives, unfortunately, has some good reach. And the guys with their whips has some pretty good reach. Let's just say the timing with the normal enemies is a bit more fast than the original, honestly. Which is weird, because even in Spyro 3, they've slowed down the bosses. Oh, by the way, there's another ally in this game. Sergeant Bird. Nice. Sergeant Bird is a character we're going to see throughout the Spyro series a lot. By the way, we can do this trick a lot more easier now, but it has no glitch. They got rid of it, which sucks. But hey, you can reach up here now, which is great. And hey, it's Moneybag. Let's see what he wants.
Spyro, you're just in time. I saw 2 egg thieves run through this door. Well, actually, they paid me to guard their hideout, but that's irrelevant. I'll happily let you through the gate to chase them down for a small finder's fee.
Of course. Here.
Thank you, Spyro. And best of luck catching those dastardly egg thieves.
Uh-huh. They're not the only thieves around here, buddy. Anyway, let's talk to this guy and see what he wants. It's gonna be at the thieves.
Are you the dragon looking for all those eggs? Because I saw a shifty-looking character with one over there.
I'm sorry, but that voice does not fit that character. At all. That is probably the worst voice for these characters. Luckily, it's only done by that one guy, but still. Oh, and by the way, there's a breakable wall here. That's a skill point. We'll get to that very soon, but right now, let's just go around, break some shit, grab some gems, and then take care of the thief, who, unfortunately, is pretty much right above us right now. He's kind of just run off right now. We can't do anything about that. And now begins the hunt, because I believe I got all the gems now. So let's go up here and begin. So, the first wave, the first half of this, is running normally to chase after this guy. Now, in the original, you run fairly fine, fairly fast against the thief, and you're able to catch up to him after like 2 laps if you get a good turn going on. However, they didn't so much slow down the thief much, but they did slow down Spyro. This requires a lot more than just 2 fucking roundabouts. But yeah, after that comes the second phase, which is pretty easy. Now, I will say that I love the design of this level, but this little side thing here, this little side challenge, pretty shit, honestly. Pretty fucking shit. And these thieves are annoying at this point because of how slow I am, so that's even better. And there you go. Right, now it's time for the second half of this.
Hey, there goes another one. He was really fast. Maybe if I activate the supercharge, you'll be able to catch him.
Thanks. I'll be needing that for some other things as well. But, yeah. Supercharge. Makes him tougher. Watch how tough this is. That's 1 lap. Oh, look, I outlapped him and I defeated him. Yeah, yeah. They made that one easier. It's so weird, the way this all works out. It really is. Sometimes the intended way you did beforehand is correct, sometimes it's not. You can never tell. This is Spyro 3. This is Spyro Reignited Trilogy, everybody. And that's our skill point. Alright, so we're done here. We cannot do much else in Molten Crater, unfortunately. So, let's get our egg and then use this key finally, because we've been holding this on for quite a bit now.
Here, take this egg. They were giving them away at the Tiki Lodge last night.
Oh, nice. Okay. Let's go down this way, which is now unlocked, and get back to the chest to use our key. Because yes, the key is reset. So, activate, unlock, and grab your gems. And your achievement, too. And now you can leave. Hooray. Only 1 level remains. And it is, I forgot its name. That's not good. I'm sure it will come to me eventually. But right now, that's it. Now it's time for the next level. Which, oh man. It's going to be interesting, that's for sure. Because, I said before, that there are levels that are mostly swimming, and because how the controls work of swimming, it's goddamn awful. Well, this is the first one. It's the first level that is solely made of fucking water all around. Seashell Shores. Oh god. It gives me a headache to think. But yeah, there's the Spyro, by the way, which we're not doing until the backtracking part, which won't be until quite a bit later. Alright, so... yeah, this loading screen's really long. Spyro 3's loading was not this long. Neither was Spyro 2, for that matter. And 1. I don't know why it's that slow. Also, here we are in the underwater. Yeah, majority of this level is dealt here, so...
While I was gone, my friends borrowed the Rhinox submarine. Then they took it for a joyride. And then they smashed it into a big pile of rocks. Oddly enough, the Rhinox failed to see the humor in their actions and stuffed my friends in the jail cell behind you.
Oh no! Not your friends. Anyway, take care of all the shit around here. And fight against the god-awful swimming of this game, because I don't know why they did this. I don't know why they make you slide around like it's ice physics. But they do. And it's annoying having to do underwater levels. And I know this isn't the last time we'll be doing that. But this is a great showcase to show just how fucked, like, the swimming is in this game. Just how bad it can get. And here we are outside of it.
Summary of your progress in a world? You can press the guidebook button to open the guidebook page for the world you're in.
Oh yeah, the guidebook. We don't need that, really. I mean, we can use it for the progress we have currently, and what levels we haven't done. But otherwise, I mean, not much point to it. Doesn't help that much. And not only that, but quite honestly, you'll be able to find anything about the map at all. It's just, you know, if you want to know your progress, you know, just look at your fucking stuff. Don't look at the guidebook. Just look at your stats. Look at how many gems you have, how many eggs you have, and just look about, you know? Everything is just sort of laid out in a way where you kind of have to try your hardest to miss everything in Spyro 3. I'm probably speaking nonsense at times because I really am very tired and out of it right now. But I want to get this part just recorded out of the way. Right, so these barrel guys, if you were able to, in the original, you can knock the barrels right back at these guys, and it will kill them instantly, and it's a lot more fun. And some certain people would use the whole barrel thing a lot, really, because I mean the barrel stuff is kind of, you know, the same as Spyro 1. They didn't change it much, just the enemies. So it's the same concept, but it's not TNT at least. It could have been worse if it was TNT, but it's not, luckily. And yeah, behind me is just an opening. Go inside, take care of the gems inside of there. Okay, so after this, we now take care of Zoe here. And then go around to Sheila, who is also in this level.
You can hover to get more distance when gliding. Just press the action button at the end of your glide.
Why are you telling me this? If I've gone this far, there's no need for tutorials. Does the game really think that kids are this retarded? It's a bit of a worry. Anyway. I'm now going to Sheila because her bit in this level is honestly kind of fun. So let's take care of all the gems and go inside.
Oh, hi, Spyro. Some of my seal friends are trying to take down a Rhinoc fortress. I'm about to go lend a foot. I love the smell of singed Rhinoc in the morning.
Yep. And the whole point of this is to go forward a bit more, take care of this cannon here without getting hit. Because he will try to hit you. Look to your left, there should be a gap. Just boost upwards onto that and you'll be fine. And then right in front of us is the actual objective. Which is all about just stomping down on some enemy boundaries. And the sad news about these cute little guys is that a lot of their animations do repeat. But when you do get a new animation, it is cute, at the very least. Right, mission time.
Hi, Sheila. The Rhinocs have built a fortress on our beach, and we're going to blow it to smithereens. We just need you to take out all the turrets for us.
Why?
We're lighting the bomb now, so just make sure to stomp all those turrets before the fuse runs out, okay?
What? Why? Why set up so I get fucked in the middle of this? Just... whatever. All you have to do is just stomp down on the cannon parts that are always sticking out like this, and you'll be fine. Don't worry about the enemies up top. Just focus on the enemies that are down below. These guys in the turrets. Because if you do, eventually all of these guys will automatically die as soon as the following cutscene is played.
Wow, I can't believe I survived that blast. It's a good thing I kept this egg nice and safe in my pocket.
And there you go. So that's Sheila's whole bit for this homeworld done. I mean, there is one more other thing that she appears in for this homeworld, but otherwise, we're kind of done with her for this part. I don't mind playing as her, it's just that she is just very, very slow. No, we can't go faster than this. This is as fast as we can go. That's Sheila's downside. She is fucking slow. Anyway, now we go back underwater because that's always fun of these physics that they've made for this game. And, yeah. Jesus. The orientation is also a problem as well. You know, just like follow the enemies some shit, and eventually we need to go and find a chicken. Just saw something about here. You know, find a chicken in the sea. There you go. Okay, so let's go around, try to find some more enemies to break down, try to find some more stuff to break, get some more gems, and then we can open up the front door here where the exit is essentially, and, you know, get a reward. The only problem is that our exit is currently being captured by another squid. Don't worry, he won't be that much of a problem very soon. But, there you go.
Used to have a dragon egg for you, but instead I used it to test our ultra-high-speed superfluidity tunnel. The good news is that it made it to the end of the tunnel without a scratch. The bad news is that there's no way to get it back out now. The tunnel was chock full of Rhinocs and floating mines. The only way to retrieve that egg is to defeat every single Rhinoc in the tunnel.
Yep. Now this one can be very hard to deal with. And it still is. In fact, it's kind of harder, in fact. But at the same time, for some reason, it's easier. Not by much, though. But it feels like it's much easier than the original Spyro 3 version of this whole little you know, chase through the tunnel bit. There you go.
This egg has surprisingly good fluid dynamic characteristics. From now on, all of our submarines will be egg-shaped.
Aw, gotta sneeze on the water. Don't know how that works. There you go. And, yeah, now we get to leave. Because the exit's right here, and there's the octopus.
My plan worked. That dumb octopus dropped the jail key while he was shaking me. Now I can free my friends. Oh, I forgot to tell you. One of the Rhinox had this egg in his lunchbox.
Okay, then. Thanks, making me dizzy. Cute guy. Okay, so we're not done here yet, by the way. Because not only missing some gems, which are in this little tunnel here, by the way, but we are also missing an egg. Where's the egg? Well, go back and look above you. Because no other spot has what this little spot has. It has a freaking topside. And inside topside is another portal to another little area where we fight a mini-boss. Yes, a mini-boss.
The Rhinoc has challenged us to a naval battle. Our speedboat versus his nuclear shark submarine. If we win, we'll get the dragon egg he's guarding. If we lose, we'll have to spend a month doing kitchen patrol.
Not kitchen patrol.
Do you want to take on Bluto?
Yes, we will.
Okay, good luck. Just remember, stay away from the sharp end.
Thanks. So, the way this works, I thought I'd kill these guys as well, just take them out of the way. No. I wasted ammo by doing this. I'm gonna just restart from here. The way this works is your 5 rockets, just shoot at him. There you go. Now, all I have to do at that point is just keep doing this back and forth chase, where he'll keep trying to bite me, you know, just run away from him. And then just shoot him every other time. I mean, I don't have anything else to say about this one. The mini-boss here is honestly not hard. Just be careful of the homing rockets and you're good to go. Oh, and the shark coming up and trying to bite you in the ass, too. That's a problem as well.
Wow, that's the first time Bluto has ever lost. You dragons must have a ton of talent. I hope this egg was worth all the trouble.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Maybe. Hopefully. Not too sure. Anyway, we now have all the eggs. All 6 of them. That's a lot of eggs. And now it's time for all the gems, which... Oh, I did it again. I missed the fucking gem. I don't know what's up with me. I don't know what's up with me with the commentary because I keep nodding off. But, hey. Took care of the mini-boss of the first homeworld, so that's neat. Now, what's left is the actual boss fight of the game. Which, we're getting very close to, by the way. We don't have that much to go on before we can actually fight the main villain of the game. Well, the main villain of this homeworld, at least. So, yeah. I mean, I don't have anything else to say about this. I mean, just look around, grab some gems, and you're done. That's it. Not much else to this area. I did miss some gems. Don't worry, I will give you where the gems are. Let's go for the portal, and here we are. The first one's down here, and the second one is, actually it's 2 more. They're over underwater, just charging to them. It's these enemies I missed somehow. You shouldn't, but I did. And there you go. Well, no, we missed one. Okay, now there we go. Okay, time to leave and, well, time to begin the actual boss fight because we've saved everyone. We've completed all the levels in the first homeworld, which means that this is going to happen to us. Oh, wait, I have to go for loading. Yeah, of course. Riveting. Riveting stuff.
Let's head on over to the balloon.
There we go. So, here we are at the balloons. Now we can go to the new homeworld.
The balloon's all ready, sir. Just jump on.
Yep, simple as that. This is how you get to the new homeworld, because the balloonist isn't here anymore, but we have this. Which is great. We control our own balloon now. Fuck the balloonist. But before we begin our boss fight with Buzz, we have to watch a pretty long cutscene. So, enjoy the cutscene.
Listen carefully, you stupid girl. I'm only going to ask you one more time. Why haven't you disposed of that infernal dragon?
I've tried to scare him off, Your Highness, but he's just not afraid of anything.
Not afraid? Not afraid? Why have I been training you all these years? Use some magic! Here's a spell book. Whip up a monster and eliminate him!
Kill him?
I don't care what you do, you useless brat, as long as you get rid of him!
Okay, let's see what we got here. This ought to do it.
You can't keep me caged up in here forever. You there, get me out of here. This is unacceptable.
You, come here.
Oh my. What the devil?
And now begins Buzz, which we are not going to fight alone because our allies do help us out with these boss fights. So here's Sheila.
When I heard the sorceress was planning to ambush you, I got here as fast as I could. No worries though. This wussy green toad will be no match for the two of us.
Now, just like Spyro 2, the boss has been slowed down pretty much the entire time. Including trying to hit him because he has a bit of a delay going on for some weird reason. However, they changed more than just his speed. You cannot charge around him. Before in the original, you would have to actually charge around in a big circle. But now you have to charge around inwardly like this in order to avoid him. He would turn a lot more sharper in the original, but here he's just doing that. I mean, the fire here is still the same. And don't worry, we can take damage now. There's no bullshit for no damage in Spyro 3, so there's that at least. But, yeah. You just saw that, right? He just, in the middle, changes his direction. That's not even that's changed. His, directioning, a lot more robotic. A lot more, like, well, jagged. It's just bad. But then eventually he starts shooting out his little fire thing, and even that's fucked. Yeah, not only does the fire have more of a radius, but he shoots him out a lot more faster. And he did that. He went just over there and didn't chase me. Like, they've changed Buzz a good bit to the point where I didn't even know what to expect. And if that's the case for Buzz, that scares me for the rest of these bosses. That means that they may have changed a lot more of these other bosses, much like Buzz here. Which means they might have actually made the other bosses much harder. And some of these bosses in Spyro 3 I don't like much. I really don't. But hey, we're in Midday Gardens now, which, you know, I really like. I like Midday Gardens. I think it is one of the best homeworlds. So I'm glad we're here now. And, yeah, it is also a homeworld that most people recognize the most out of any. So here we are, Midday Gardens. Which, you know, I can go around and get some more gems. And then we will get interrupted by the, Miss Sorceress in training.
Okay, Dragon. You've managed to survive longer than I expected. But you haven't the slightest idea what sort of dangers lie ahead of you. I suggest you grab your cat friend and whatever eggs you found and hightail it back home while you still can. I'm telling you this for your own good, you know.
Yep. For some weird reason, she does care a little bit at this point. It's weird. Anyway, next time, Midday Gardens. Thanks for watching. I will see you then for the best homeworld of the game.